Hi, I'm Tara Hodgins. I'm one of the Stage 6 Design and Technology teachers. I'm here to talk to you about the Stage 6 course in general and all the things that I feel and love about the subject. It's absolutely, obviously one of the most amazing subjects that we offer, and I feel that it is really transferable across a lot of different industries. So I really encourage the boys to pick this subject for a variety of reasons, and one of them is in general the way that we require the boys to think. So design thinking is at the forefront of our problems and the solutions we face, and I feel that they're very transferable across loads of industries. So I always say to a variety of parents, if you're thinking about, well, the boys are thinking about going into careers that potentially need to be like project managed or time management or have any ability to think creatively, this is the subject that would be great for them, because it enables the boys to find solutions to problems that aren't across a linear solution. So they've got to research different varieties of issues and problems and then find solutions, as well as research and testing to ensure that the end solution actually works. The boys find it really exciting that they've actually given the opportunity to think and work independently, and as a body of staff we have a wealth of experience around us and to help and guide the boys in the solutions. But for me, this subject is actually the subject that can transfer the skills the most into any career. We've had, students that have gone on to do medical careers and obviously design related careers, but being able to use their creativity and their design thinking minds to come up with solutions has been immensely grateful and useful in their other careers.
So I'm Arjun Singh, and I chose DT because it follows on from graphics, which I did in year 9 and year 10, and I thought it was just a really good way to test my intuition and a nice break from the other subjects.
My name's James, and I chose DT at the end of year 10, firstly because I did it in year 9 and 10, and I really enjoyed it as a subject. It was very creative and got your brain working. And then secondly, I also chose it because I enjoyed the process of understanding how a designer went from just an idea to create the final product.
Yeah, I'm Brody, and I also did graphics in year 10. So that followed on from graphics, and then also I wanted a subject where I could apply myself creatively. So D&T was that subject for me.
Yeah, so my DT experience in year 11 was really great because it was a nice break from the other classes where it was like classic English, maths, whereas here you get to do a bit of prac. It's a nice break in the schedule, and any advice would probably be focus on your portfolio now in year 11, so then when you get to year 12 it's just automatic.
Yeah, in year 11, I, same as Arjun, really enjoyed it. I found that it set the foundation for year 12 quite nicely, learning all the skills like the folio and then a bit of practical skills as well. And if I was to give some advice to someone starting year 11, I would say work through your folio consistently, but then also try get in the workshop as quickly as possible to actually start the making, because if you leave that to the last minute, you'll be quite far behind. So yeah, stay consistent with your folio and get in the workshop nice and early.
Yeah, year 11 is really good to see what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. So you do 3 assessments or projects or something like that. So each time you can see what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, improve for the next one. And for example, sometimes you just really need to ask your teachers. They know what's best. Sometimes you think, oh, I've got this spot on, and then you realise completely off the mark. So yeah, ask your teachers and just trial and error.
Yeah, so I got inspired from the excursions that we did in year 11, and that inspired me to do something that I enjoy, something that I can work on every day, which is for me racket sports like squash. So my problem was that there aren't enough training aids, so my brief is to solve that with a targeting system.
So I chose my need for my major project by picking something that interested me. So I'm a passionate surfer, and my issue was going down to the beach and putting surf wax on your surfboard and it dropping in the sand or dropping on the floor, and then it got really dirty and it wouldn't provide the grip needed. So my brief was to create something that solved this issue, so a product that either reuse the dirty surf wax or clean the surf wax that was already dirty.
Yeah, I came up with my design need through literally recording down problems that like I identified in like everyday life. So I just record them down like the notes page on my phone. It's really easy and really quick. And then you come with all these needs and you can pinpoint to one single one that you find the best. For me, it was a boating trailer. I needed access to the inside of the boat without going around the back. So I'm creating a step to improve access and convenience. So yeah.
Yeah, so DT is obviously a little bit different to the other subjects. It's less learn, theory, write it down in a piece of paper, because you're actually making something physically or online. So you always encounter these sort of problems, and I think DT helps you develop that skill to overcome like little annoying problems that you won't have otherwise. So I think that's a great skill that you pick up from DT.
Yeah, I think that I learned from DT one thing would be that the first answer isn't always the right one. There's a big development process, research, sketches, putting this into like an online model and then actually creating it. There's a huge process involved, and I think the first answer that you land on always isn't the right one. You've got to get in the workshop, experiment with it, and then eventually use this development phase to find the right solution.
I mean, that was basically what I was going to say, but to be honest, yeah, it's different because you have to do like trial and error and you have to brainstorm and like design solutions and overcoming problems, where it's much different from other subjects where it's like, oh, information, revise. This is real application of like your knowledge and creativity, so yeah.